We have studied that an ionic bond is formed as a result of electron transfer and highly electropositive and highly electronegative elements participate in the bond formation. Yesterday, under the a small topic types of chemical bonds. Covalent bond is another important type of chemical bond. Again, we have studied yesterday. It is more broad based and is present in large number of molecules. Different theories have been given to explain the formation of covalent bonds. Some theories are Levy's Langmuir theory, the VSEPR theory, valence bond theory, molecular orbital theory. This also we have studied by making a chart in our previous discussion. So today we start the first theory to explain the nature of covalent bond, that is Levy's Langmuir theory. My dear cadets, my dear students, I welcome you all for the today's session on the covalent bond explained by the two scientists Levy's and the Langmuir. Okay, what they said, it is the bond formed by sharing of two or more electrons by different or same atoms. When the two electronegative atoms comes in contact with each other, yesterday we have understood that it is the sharing of electron, so that covalent bond is formed. Or if the electronegativity difference between the two atoms is small, then also covalent bond is formed. For example, O and the F, N and the O. So if you see the electronegativity table from the modern periodic table, difference is less. If difference is more, for example, sodium and the fluorine, electronegativity difference is more, that time we can expect an ionic bond. So when the electronegativity difference between the two atoms is small, they prefer to go for the sharing, which leads to the covalent bond according to the Lewis-Langmuir theory. If the combining atoms which are participating in the covalent bond, if they are similar, they are come under the homoatomic covalent compounds. For example, you see here H2, O2, N2, Cl2, all these are molecules where combining atoms are similar, H, H, O, O, N, N and Cl, Cl. So they come under what? Homoatomic molecules. If the combining atoms are different, they come under the heteroatomic molecules. When O and H combines under proper conditions, you will get a covalent bond, but the combining atoms are different. One is O, one is H. Here both are same. So homoatomic and heteroatomic depend upon the type of the atoms they are combining, covalent bond is formed. If atoms share one pair electron, then it is called single covalent bond. A single covalent bond is represented by a small line between the two atoms to show the sharing of electrons here. Chlorine wants one electron, chlorine wants one electron. Okay, when they will combine, here is a sharing and a small line is shown. It is a line is not there in the molecule, but we draw imaginary line to show that a single covalent bond is formed, because only one pair from each chlorine contribution is one, so one pair is a shared single bond is formed. If atoms share two pairs of electrons, then it is called a double covalent bond. A double covalent bond is represented by a small line, double line between the two atoms. Oxygen, here it is not oxygen, it is a carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon valence electrons are 4, here 2 and here 2. Here oxygen valence electrons are 6, 2 comma 6. Okay, each oxygen wants 2 electron. This also wants 2 electron. So out of the 4 electrons of the carbon, 2 are shared with one O this side, 2 are shared with another O this side. That means here between carbon and the O, sharing of electron takes place. How? In what pattern? Two pairs of electron. One pair leads to single bond, two pairs leads to the double bond. Yesterday we understood under the oxygen. So this is one more example for double bond. Okay, so two pairs of electrons are shared between two atoms, which leads to the double covalent. But everywhere octet is maintained. They try to attain octet rule. That is very important. If atoms share three pairs electrons, then it is called triple covalent bond. I have taken a straight example of N2, and here same is repeated. I have given this one for your assignment. Now, Levy's representation of simple molecules. There are some rules how to draw structures using the Levy's concept. Some points are there. So those points are kept in the mind before you go for the drawing of Levy's structure or the electron dot structure. The Lewis dot structures provide a picture of bonding in molecules and ions in terms of shared pair of electrons and the octet rule. So Lewis dot structure gives two information. One is bonding, second is shared pair electron, then octet rule. All these information, 2 to 3 informations are given by the Lewis structure. The Lewis dot structures can be written by adopting following steps. Let us see one by one. The total number of electrons required for writing the structures are obtained by adding the valence electrons of the combining atoms. Okay. For example, in the CH4, if you want to go for the Lewis structure for CH4, C can give 4 valence electrons and each H can give 1 valence electrons, and totally there are 4 hydrogen. So 4 hydrogen can give 4 valence electrons and 1 carbon can give 4 valence electrons. Totally 8 electrons are there in the CH4 Lewis structure. See, 4 plus 4 totally 8, and here is the 8. For anions, if you are drawing the Lewis structure for the anions, anions are what? Anions are the negatively charged ions. What is anion? Negative charge. Why negative charge? It has accepted the electron. So what you want to say? Each negative charge would mean addition of 1 electron. And for cations, each positive charge would result in subtraction of 1 electron from the total number of valence electrons. So for anion, negative charge indicates, see, already structure is there. On the structure, minus charge is there. Minus charge indicates it has accepted, that means electrons are more. Plus charge indicates electrons are less or it has lost. Let us see one example he has taken. CO3 2 minus, carbonate ion. Okay, so already C has given some valence electrons and each O has given some valence electrons, and there are 3 O. So 3 O has given their valence electrons. Apart from this, 2 minus 2 extra electrons totally. So valence electrons of this CO3 unit plus 2 minus, that is the total number of electrons you have to represent using the Lewis structure. In the same way, in the case of ammonium, 1 plus NH4 plus ion, N will give its valence electrons, and each H, totally there are 4 H, they have given their valence electrons. So number of valence electrons given by NH4 plus, not plus, here it is minus. Why minus? Plus ion indicates electrons are lost. Okay, so from the total number of electrons, 1 is lost. That is the meaning. Third rule, knowing the chemical symbols of the combining atoms and having knowledge of the skeletal structure of the compound known or guessed intelligently, it is easy to distribute the total number of electrons as bonding shared pairs between the atoms in proportion to the total bonds. That means, once we come to know the symbols of the elements, once you come to know the what type of elements are combining, and once you come to know the total number of valence electrons are given by the combining atoms, if it is minus extra, if it is plus less, then we can guess the structure. Okay, so this type of bonding may happen. So by guessing the structure of atom, we can go for the drawing of a Lewis structure. In general, the least electronegative atom occupies the central position in the molecule or ion in Lewis structure. For example, NF3. in F3, F is most electronegative, N is less. So N will take the center place around the N, 3F are there. So you have to show bonding around the N with 3F. In the case of CO3, 2 minus, one is C, one is O. Out of these two, which is least electronegative, it is the carbon. O is most electronegative. So C will take the center place. Around the C, there are 3 O and 2 electrons extra. All together you have to show on the Lewis structure of carbonate ion. Fifth rule, after counting for the shared pairs of electrons for single bonds, the remaining electron pairs are either utilized for multiple bonding or remain as the lone pair. The basic requirement being that each bonded atom gets an octet of electrons. That means first they go for the main frame. That means, for example, between these two, first they go for the single bond. Let them attach first. After the single bond is formed, if extra electrons are available, then they go for the multiple bond, double or triple. Suddenly they will not go for the double bond, triple bond. First single bond is forms. After forming single bond, which is the first requirement, basic requirement for the frame, for the attachment, then if depend upon the number of extra electrons available from both sides, then they prefer to go for the multiple bond. Otherwise, they remain as lone pair, means which are not participating in the bond. Electron pair which are participating in the bond, there is a bond pair. Electrons which are not participating in the bond, they are called the lone pair. That will happen. Now, the Levy's representation of some molecules, some examples. See here. Okay. See, this is CO3 2 minus. Okay. So, first you represent the valence electrons of this O, this O, this O, and this carbon. Okay. Now, 2 electrons extra it has taken. Right. So, you have to count first total number of electrons given by CO3 unit plus 2 electrons extra. So, it should be balanced. That you check it. Right. Then, afterwards, what happens? C at the center, O, O, O. Okay. Then, first a single bond is formed between this one. Right. A single bond is formed here. Right. Then, if possible, if electrons available here, so they will go for the double bond. Okay. Double bond is, see, before double bond, out of double bond, one is single bond here. Huh? Single bond, one more bond, double bond. Okay. So first single bond will form C single bond O, C single bond O. Here also this one is single bond. After single bond, if extra electron is available, then go for the one more bond. That becomes a double bond. Okay. So depend upon the number of electrons available, they go for the double bond. First they prefer to go for the single bond. Okay. Here also you see single bond, single bond, single bond. Here also single bond is there. Then the extra electrons available, therefore it has gone for the double bond. In this way, you have to draw the Lewis structure. So please go through this table and practice. You will understand what do you mean by Lewis structure. And he has explained nicely about the formation of the covalent bond. I think today covalent bond by the Lewis-Langmuir is clear. So hope you understood the covalent bond once again, second time, and tomorrow we will go for the VSEPR theory. Thank you, my dear boys.